Hi, my name is Mikael Peterson. I'm a student here at JTech, and I'm here to show you how to do a PMI inspection. We'll be working on this cab today, which is an international. First, we want to start off looking at the paint of this cab. It's a little dirty, but you want to make sure we don't have any corrosion going on in the paint to affect it. That's all I'm doing. And then we want to look at our doors. Make sure your handle works good. Open and close nicely. You want to make sure your adjustment's good right here too. You want to make sure that your catwalk is good, nice and sturdy. Then you want to come over your hood. Look at your bumper to make sure your bumper's nice and sturdy, no loose. You want to look at the mirrors. Make sure these are nice and tight. You want to inspect your glass. Make sure there's no cracks, scratches, nothing that can affect it. Now we're going to move on to the hood. First, you want to check the adjustments. These are what makes to hold the hood together. You want to make sure these are tight. You got to check them as you can see, that this one doesn't have a latch on it, so we'll put missing and needs to have one. Now what we want to do is lift this nut up. You want to make sure your hood is nice and sturdy too. And then you want to check your grease points over here. On this side we have a grease point. You got to make sure you check the other side too. Now this side doesn't have grease, so we'll have to make a point of that and make sure we put grease on that. If we want to get them in the river, we can stand by and check for the money. We want to make sure this is sturdy as well. And then we want to check our hoses to make sure there's no leaks, cuts, rips, nothing like that. Check our glad hands. Make sure they're nice. We want to make sure our hose tender is nice too. We also want to make sure our fairing is nice. Make sure there's no loose nuts or bolts and no bad corrosion. And then we want to look at our cab air adjustment. It's supposed to be 1 1/4. Make sure your grab handles are nice and sturdy too. And that's it for the exterior. We'll be going to the inside. All right, now we're going to talk about the inside of the cab. We're first going to check to see if the windows work. Make sure they go all the way down. They go all the way up. You want to make sure there's no cracks, cuts, or scrapes in it. Check your vent window to make sure it works too. Then we're going to talk about our seat. Make sure it's nice and adjusted for you. You want to make sure there's no scratches or holes up in the seat either. Make sure the adjuster works. Then we want to make sure the flooring's nice. It's a little dusty, but it won't hurt anything. You want to make sure all your pedals work, your clutch, your brake, and your gas. Also, you want to then look at your gauge. Make sure that works. You work by turning this on. Okay, you turn that on. Then you want to make sure all your controls work from right here. And then we're going to turn on the air to make sure that works. Make sure each socket works as you get lower and lower and lower. Turn that off. Then you want to make sure your shifter works. Make sure that's nice. And then you want to make sure that your doghouse is nice and tight. We have one little missing thing right here. I have to write that down, but you want to make sure it's nice and tight. Then you want to make sure your steering column is nice too. You gotta make sure your steering column works so you can adjust the steering. It works well. And then last but not least, you gotta make sure we check our windshield wipers and make sure they work. So we turn the car on. Okay, that works well. Check each speed. And then you wanna make sure your windshield wiper fluid works too. So you're here. And you wanna make sure it leaves no streaks. And then we want to make sure our sun visor is nice and well too, just in case. Make sure our interior lights work. Okay, that's good. And also you want to check your seat belt. Make sure it's nice and tight. And there's no scratches, scrapes, cuts, nothing like that. Make sure it buckles and unbuckles. That's how you check the inside. Next we'll be checking the lights. Okay, so now we're gonna inspect the lights. First we want to check to make sure that it's not too foggy or nothing. You want to make sure there's no cracks or nothing on both sides. All right, so now we're gonna first check the low beams. So we want to make sure our low beams work. On both sides, make sure the alignment's right too. All right, now we want to check our high beams. All right, this side's good. This side good, alignment good. And then we want to check our blinkers. Okay. Right side. Now we want to check our left side. All right. Check the back. So now we're going to check our back. All right. So first we're going to check our brake lights. As you can see. Then we want to check our hazard lights. Okay, they work. Then we want to check our blinkers on both sides. All right. Next side. All right, so now we're going to check to make sure our reverse lights works. All right, so we're going to try. Yeah. That means we're good. Thank you. Have a great day.